Hey everybody, it's Jesse from Radical Metal. Today I'm going to talk about why I left the group Mastodon Mayhem. This is a unfortunate video. It's negative and I get defensive. Things I hate being. But I am hearing and seeing my name getting dragged through the mud. And so I felt like I need to set the record straight. And the background to hats like these, beanies like these, and then whatnot. Uh, so things like when folks are trying to post what I send them, when they wear them, they're trying to post it in Mastodon Mayhem. And not only are they getting declined, which is, I'm not even that upset about that. I'm really upset about when they ask why, they say that I am a cash grabbing, bootleg merch slinging. And the latest, he's even making his own commercials. Like, how disgusting this person is. That's just not who we are. Like, anyway, but let me explain. Let me try to back up a little bit. I got this embroidery machine, something that I bought in order to get closer to art and artists. I love art. I think I have an eye for it, though I'm not able to do it. I mean, musically, I think I have some capabilities and whatnot, but like visual art. And so an embroidery machine was a way for me to get closer to artists. An example would be, our logo was designed by a great guy and friend in Atlanta, a Radical Metal logo. And wanted that to be embroidered on hats. The timing of me receiving this machine, and then getting trained on it and learning it and figuring out the maintenance and stuff, and then finally like using it for something coincided with the passing of Brent Hines. If you know me, I live and breathe Mastodon. They're like in my heart. If you look at the walls of my house, they're covered with not just Mastodon posters, but signed Mastodon posters from the many shows over the years, and some from just because I love the artists that I've ordered. Um, anyway, I live and breathe Mastodon. I got introduced to Mastodon like 2008 and heard Wolf is Loose, and it was a revelation. And ever since then, they've been my favorite band. I always talk about them. It's never a question. I may not listen to them for like months at a time, not that long, and I'll still tell people they're my favorite band because that's just the truth. I love everything about them. I've met them multiple times. Um, and so live and breathe them. They're just, if you know me, you know that Mastodon is part of my identity. So when I got this machine, um, and then and the timing coinciding with Brent's passing, the first thing I thought of was I want to do something to honor Brent, a legend, a guy that I've met multiple times, and not all of it was positive, but but I've talked about this before. Not always positive encounters. However, um, most of them were, and he's an undeniable legend and a contribution to the world of guitar, and I'm a guitarist. Um, so anyway, that was the plan, to honor him in some way. So what better way? Why not bring some of these worlds together? My love for Mastodon and some artwork that I appreciate. So the first thing I went about doing was, or wanting to do, was to create a embroidery of Liam Stokes Massey's art. And maybe I'll post pictures here over Mertroy over there. Um, And I just thought that would look so cool on a beanie. These are just the ideas that pop into my head. And there was no dreaming of dollar signs. It was just like, that would be cool. Let me see if I can do it. And so, I was reaching out to Liam. I was like, hey, I'm looking into doing this. Can you tell me? Can you tell me if you're cool with it? Blah, blah, blah. I just got this embroidery machine. This is my idea. And me and Liam are friends. At least I would consider us friends. We, over the years, I bought his art. And then I bought his art and I had it signed by the band. And this is to jump to the infamous beanie. Like, look at that. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. Anyway. But it was taking a while he wasn't getting back to me, and I just thought he was busy doing great art. I ended up making the beanie after like paying for it to get digitized appropriately, making sure that his signature was on there. Numerous failed attempts and wasted materials, and then I did it, and this came out, and I was so excited, so stoked, so Liam Stoked Massey, get it? That I wanted to post it on Mastodon Mayhem. So where do I go when I'm stoked or did something I'm proud of that's Mastodon related? It is Mastodon Mayhem, as it always has been. So I posted it there and I said, does anybody want one? And then one of the mods reached out to me and she's like, hey, did you get, she says, hey, they got back to me. One of them, I'm trying to leave names out of this. They got back to me and said, hey, this is the first question. Are you donating to charity? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't even know if anybody's interested in getting these. I don't even have a price for them. I didn't even know if I was going to sell them. But I said, oh, well, what's this? There was someone else posting something they created that they had shared that they're giving a portion to charity. And so this person was asking me, hey, is there a plan to give to charity? I'm like, well, what is that person doing? I'll match it. I'll give it to the same place and I'll match it. No problem. That's awesome. Nothing against that. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to sell anything. So it was a little funny to me. But I was absolutely easy to commit to that at that point. So that's what was my question. What is this person giving? I'll match it. And then it was, oh, well, it's not so much about giving to charity. It's more about getting permission from Liam, the artist. And, I think, and I shared that I was like, look, I'm trying to reach out to him. He's not getting back to me. But in my mind, I'm just positive Liam would be cool with it because I know him. I know him enough, let's say. Anyway, but either way, I thought it was a good point. And this person mentioned is like, well, he might see this and be surprised to see his art on Mastodon Mayhem and be like just hearing about it there. And I was like, yeah, you're totally right. And I totally agreed with that. I was like, yeah, forgive me. Let me let me just wait until I get his permission. Not like an hour later, I hear from Liam. He's like, oh, dude, sorry, I missed this. Yeah, absolutely. You're good. Thanks for asking. So I screenshot that, send it to the mods, and get heart emojis, get clap emojis, thumbs up. Okay, we're in business. Now I can share this thing I made that I was so proud of, figuring out how to do with this very complicated embroidery machine that I was learning. And they accepted it. It got posted. And then the very first comment was from a mod. And that was, hey, are you giving a portion of your proceeds to charity? And I was like enraged by that, because that's something you asked me in private. I already talked to a mod and said I would match what someone else was doing, but no one can give me an answer on how much they were doing. So I was just waiting, standing by. But also, I thought it was about artist permission and not about giving to charity. So why are you publicly putting me on the spot in a group of 15,000 people to call me out? Clearly, you have a bad taste in your mouth about whatever this is, and have it twisted already what it is I'm trying to do here, which I didn't even know yet. I was just excited. Look what I did. It's Brent. I got his autograph embroidered. Isn't that cool? Do you want one? Maybe I can make you one. So that's where I'm coming from. Now, I don't expect like people to just maybe all of a sudden get it, but I don't respect being asked publicly how generous I'm going to be. It's a private conversation, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know if anybody would be interested. So we went at it publicly because I wasn't having that, and I was very I don't know, probably very colorful in my words, but I didn't think it was too bad. But anyway, he ended up, or they, I don't know who, ended up deleting it. So I'm like, whatever. Should have rejected it in the first place if you were going to act that way about it. But already I'm seeing like a different standard of acceptance, and I felt absolutely already at that point. I'm totally like mortified and hurt that this community, that group that controls the community, I thought they knew me better than that. And that really was upsetting. And then it just gets worse for me. And that's why I'm making this video, to set the record straight. So, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not posting there. Hey, no worries. I'll just post on my own, my own Facebook and stuff. And then I came up, well, I didn't come up with it. Someone very close to me. I don't want to drag that person's name in the mud since I'm a pariah now. Came up with this idea. Why don't you do the tattoo? I was like, great idea. And so I got image of the tattoo, and then I figured out, oh, it would be cool to just do this part, and then send it to a digitizer. I had to go through like tens of iterations and payments to get this done right, to get it just right, because I had, once that idea was given to me, I just ran with it, and I had so many other ideas that I thought were cool. One of them being just like this: have it on the right side, make it look like people who wear the hat or the beanie, when they wear it, it'll look like they have the tattoo. How cool is that? How cool is it that you can honor a legend and represent a legend in public, and you don't have to get the freaking tattoo on your face, and you can get it in like all different colors. You know what I mean? I just thought that was such an awesome idea, and so excited about it. But and so were other people. Everybody was getting, when I started posting them, there was a lot of excitement about it. And I sent, like, to this day, I've sent about half of the inventory out for free. I thought folks that I knew that worked closely with Brent, who were his actual friends, I shouldn't charge them. And I just sent them stuff. And then other people I did charge because this was getting expensive. There's the thread, there's the backing, there's the topping, there's the maintenance of the machine. It was my own time. These things take a long time to make, or can, especially getting like the kind of getting in the weeds here, but this water soluble topping, getting it off and stuff, so that the thread doesn't get twisted like this narrative. So anyway, so I started sending things out. There's about a week and a half. That's about as long as this run has lasted, by the way. And I think it's over. But that I was going to the post office sometimes multiple times a day. And I was never having so much fun making so little money. In fact, to this day, in the negative of money. So you can imagine when I hear cash grab, bootleg merch, making commercials, what a jerk, to sell this stuff. It's infuriating. And it's infuriating because I'm not making any money. And not only that, I'm giving 10% of not making money to Let There Be Rock. The version in Georgia. And we'll get into that maybe in a minute. But how is this a cash grab? How is this not a positive thing? How is this again, don't post it in Mastodon Mayhem if you're having heartburn about it. But I'm also following the same template as someone else. Now, I have nothing against this other person who's making, I mean, I don't know if she's making money, but off of a Brent Hines themed thing. I totally encourage her and love it. And more power to her. My template is almost identical, except instead of getting a portion, I'm giving a percentage, 10%. So I'm just not sure, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong to be the pariah? Is it these mountains of money that you see? That's a joke because there's none. To deserve that kind of feedback, when someone who buys one of these things and posts it gets rejected, and then when they ask why, that's what you say. What about all of this is, do I deserve that type of description? That's what this video is about. I don't get it. And it's also like, how did you ever know me? Did you ever? I thought it sucks so bad because these same folks are I consider better friends than anybody in my own physical sphere here in Virginia. Because we shared something that was more meaningful than I share with anybody here in Virginia besides my family, which is freaking Mastodon. So folks have been sharing the responses when they've been asked why they didn't get their picture posted, and have shared those with me. I've shown those to me, and that's why this video is happening. So again, and if I'm such an evil person, if I'm now big pharma of beanies, right? If that's who I am, making commercials, oh my God, he's making commercials on his own channel that he built with a product he's proud of, that honors someone, a legend that he's making zero money on. Oh my gosh. Big Pharma, Coca-Cola, kill him. if that's how you feel, that's because that's what you're saying. So if that's how you feel, why are we still friends? Like, why are you still my friend? Um, so anyway, so I left the group. I can't reconcile someone thinking of me that way after the history I've had with that group. Not to mention, though I'm going to, um, having a Brent Hines signature V guitar giveaway. Yes, did my channel benefit from that? Yes, was part of that contest raffle to get more subscribers to Radical Metal. Yes. So did I get something out of it? Yes. But it's still a Brent Hines signature guitar that cost me a lot of money that went for free to a Mastodon Mayhem member. So anyway, with that history, I'm like totally shocked and like disappointed and clearly angry, clearly defensive. And it just sucks. I'm losing sleep over it. It just sucks so bad. It's like, why wouldn't you want to see this like take off? Why wouldn't we want more money to go to the Let There Be Rock? I mean, and people are happy. So I just I don't get it. And even if this is the other thing, even if I say I made $500, which is never going to happen with these, not now, not now. And not that that was ever the plan, but say I made $500. Does that make me the big pharma evildoer, disgraced, bootlegger, cash grabbing whore that you think I am? What's the figure that makes me the cash grabbing, bootleg, merch slinging friggin' whore? What is that number? I would like to know. Am I supposed to so these are all supposed to be made for free. So this is my charity. So maybe if I just said, hey, this is my charity and I'm going to just make these and send them out. You know what? Honestly, that's what I should have done. I'm not making money anyway. Why not go $800 in the hole to send them out? I might have done it that way too. But I mean, this stuff's expensive and I don't have the resources. Maybe I think some people think I have. Is that what it is? I just don't know. So all that clearly is pretty infuriating. So this was to set the record straight. So with that, I'm never going to talk about it again. And I hope they don't either. Because I think we're at a point where now we would drop it. But this is for those that have bought these things or who I've sent them to them. You're indirectly shaming them, right? You bought this bootleg merch from this money grabbing whore of a man. How dare you? I mean, you're indirectly saying that. Don't you understand that? When people ask you, hey, why did you, my post is in Mastodon Mayhem. You're supporting that guy who we now hate. So here's me being angry on camera and posting it to the world. But let me stop there. And let me say it for $5.99. Just kidding. But too soon, Jesse. But I do want to say, I want to end on a positive note because all of this, even though I haven't made any money, even though I'm in the negative, and I'll gladly go further in the negative. Why? Because this has been a joy to do. Take this stupid issue off the table. It's been pure joy, pure bliss. excited, every atom in my body excited, spending hours down here, waking up early and working late to make these freaking beanies for people that want them, and these freaking hats for people that want them. And then the joy of them sharing them with me, pictures and sharing their Brent stories. Every single person has shared Brent stories. Every single person we've had a conversation about the greatness of Brent Hines. How is that a negative thing? So just feeling very misunderstood, people getting it twisted. And I'm trying to set the record straight. So let me get back to positive. So I appreciate you folks who have been so encouraging and supportive to me, unsolicited, and have been cheering me on, and have been posting these beautiful pics of you in these hats, which I'm just so proud of. There's another topic like about embroidery, about being art or not. I mean, digitizing an embroidered design, I believe, is art. It's and then like picking the colors and what goes with what isn't that art? Anyway, I think that's part of one of the reasons too. It's like reasons why I'm getting like this negative feedback. It's like it's not art or something because I have a machine that does it. I don't know. So that's another topic for another day. Actually, I'll never talk about that either. I'm trying to keep it positive here. So I don't want to be any more negative than I have to be without but still getting the story straight and to share with folks that have gotten something like this. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate those who have shared their pictures publicly to support me and who have shared their stories. It has been so much fun. I think the run's over. Unless you want more stuff. I don't post. I don't have anything on Etsy. I don't have an Etsy account. I don't have I don't sell these on eBay. This is just me on my friggin' personal Facebook page and my personal radical metal channel that I started. So anyway, again, let's end positive. Thank you so much, you people that have been so supportive. That's all I got. Hopefully this mic worked. And that's why I left Mastodon Mayhem. What a bummer. But hey, I wish them all the best. It sucks what happened to me, but doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. We're all human. I'm sure once I exercise this frustration, I will forgive all of them. They may not think they need forgiveness, but whatever. But I don't want to be a part of that group anymore. I can't stand the thought of having another, even if it's a benign post. I can't stand the thought of having to go through an approval process ever again. So that's where I stand. I think you guys, hey, support them. I know admin stuff is hard work, but that's my experience, and that's why I'm leaving. And so now you know, and now we all know. And with that, I'll bid you a good day. Thanks so much.